But trying to sneak out of a room and being quiet is like the hardest thing in the world. So I'm sure that was super crazy, anxiety filled. Like popping off the bed without creaking it again.
Oh, right. Well, it must have been one full bounce.
Yeah.
Like a tuck and roll right off. So she was
out the
already.
door.
Yeah, out. Probably suspended by wires.
Yeah. Spider-Manning that shit out.
It's indoor parkour.
Yeah. But then she has to walk all the way out the castle again, which is probably another like half hour, 45 minutes. So she's been back in the castle for like 2 hours now.
Yeah, she's taken a really fucking long time. And what just happened to her was not part of the plan.
No.
It's actually pretty fortuitous, though, because now Princess Violet isn't going to be able to get her in trouble.
Yeah, for now.
That was like problem number one. Queen Melina doesn't hang out with Rachel all the time. Princess Violet does.
Yeah.
So if Princess Violet isn't around to sound the alarm, she's got a decent shot at getting the hell out.
But I mean, for sure, if you ever go back, you're fucked for sure.
Yeah. Now, I don't care if you forgot your own mother. You go at this point. You have to.
Yeah.
This is your last chance.
Yeah, you burned that bridge.
Yeah. Quite literally, almost, actually,
yeah.
with the fire
with
starter.
The fire stick.
Better put that back in your pocket, then go.
Yeah. Maybe give that to an adult at the first available opportunity. When she gets to the doors outside, first of all, the first guard is like, oh, all it was a doll, and she just kind of ignores him, which I feel like I would have given her a little bit more shit if I was that guard. I would have been like, oh yeah, you've been gone for like 2 hours. Was the princess real cool with that?
Oh, fuck, I never even thought about that. You've been gone a long time, and all it was the doll?
Yeah. Why were you so sneaky?
It is a little bit suspicious, isn't it?
I mean, I probably wouldn't care that much. I'd probably just give her shit because I'm bored and I'm a guard. But whatever.
Yeah, but if he were to give her shit, she also has the fire starter. Be like, what was that? Come here a second.
I'm gonna burn my way out.
Let me show you something.
Well, once she gets past him and outside, there are new guards. They're everywhere. And she gets the bread, and she starts to walk through the garden. She gets to the 3 guards at the door, and 2 of them are like the regular dudes who let her out.
Yeah.
But then there's a third one, who's a new man.
The new guy.
One of the guys tries to, like, let her out, because obviously this is the way things go. We don't question it. It's just it's a little girl. Come on. And the third guy is like, no, nobody goes out.
I'm actually going to follow orders, guys, and say nobody goes out.
And Rachel's like, oh, cool. What's your name? And what's your name? And, like, she's so quick on her feet here that it's crazy. This is where it gets confusing how old she is, because sometimes, and I feel like we were told, I should probably have checked this before we started talking about this chapter, but I feel like she's thinking above her intelligence level.
That's above her pay grade there.
Yeah. Because she's like, oh, the princess likes to chop off heads. You want your head chopped off? I'm going to tell them so my head doesn't get chopped off. That's your fault.
Look, I was told to do something. I'm not going to die for you. Fuck off. I want your name. She'll come verify that you didn't let me out, so I couldn't do what she wanted.
Right.
And then it's your ass. So have fun with that.
Yeah. The new guy is still trying to, like, stick to his guns, but the Queen's men are like, oh, well, we're going to throw you under the bus, because, like, I'm not going to fucking die for the princess's playmate. I'm not going to deal with that shit.
Fuck no.
It's your fault if you didn't let her out, because you were scared of the little girl. And then he's like, well, I guess we could let her through. But what's she carrying? What's she got there? And that's when he violates her doll. I laughed a lot before that because it's a little uncomfortable. But yeah, he was like,
well, okay. I guess I will have to go out there and say this as a male who has been a young boy. I mean, you look at a Barbie.
You violated dolls?
No, when you say it like that, no, fuck no. But you know, as a young boy, you flip it upside down at least and be like, oh, Okay. And
That's what you thought they looked like, though?
yeah, yep. Just nothing there. Hunk of plastic.
Sometimes they have panties on those Barbies.
I don't think that this, like I was saying earlier, this is like a rag doll. I don't think there's really much to it.
No, probably not. But
I mean, even the guard, like, okay, this is where I was trying to get to. The guard is just like, it's a doll, quite obviously.
Yeah.
Flipping it upside down would only be like, I didn't see any reason for him to do that.
No, he was just having fun.
He must have. Like, oh, hey, George, check that out.
Yeah.
They painted it so it looks like underwear. Neat.
The boys will be boys thing is super inappropriate. You're not supposed to say it anymore. I get it. But, like, that's the type of thing that I'm like, guys aren't going to do that kind of thing. We're like, there's supposed to be a vagina there.
Right. Look.
But he gets kicked. So he ends up giving her doll back. And then he's like, you don't need all that fucking bread, though. And he tries to take it. But the other guy is like, hey, she's like skin and bones. She doesn't get fed. Do you really want to take her food? You dick bag. So they end up leaving her food alone, which is, I mean, pretty cool. Super lucky for her.
Oh, fuck yeah. This did kind of point out that Queen Melina's men, not necessarily bad dudes, doing their jobs, right?
Yeah, they know the situation with Queen Melina and Princess Violet. They are all working under the same terrible rule.
They're kind of in the same position as Rachel.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta smile and do what she says, and then we get to live.
And I mean, I kind of feel for these guys. They watch this girl, the young girl, get kicked out of the castle, who doesn't get fed on a regular basis, who probably has marks from being abused in one way or another. Crazy looking hair, no shoes on, just freezing out in the middle of the night, being sent out to go fucking sleep in the woods. I mean, they can't do anything about it. It's not like, I mean, nowadays you can't really always do something about it, but you can at least sometimes try and call somebody or do something. These people can't do anything because the people in charge are the ones doing it.
Right. And so they help by doing the only thing they can, which is arguing with this Daharan guard, who is obviously a piece of shit in comparison to them.
Yeah. To be fair, he's just following his orders from his piece of shit ruler also.
Yeah, but it's not the same in the way that the Daharan guard was going to take her food, too.
Yeah.
And these guys from Tamarang were like, okay, we'll let her out, but we're not going to fuck with her.
Yeah.
You know, because they know.
Yeah. They've been watching the situation for a while, so they're like, no, let her fucking go. So eventually she gets out. She's sitting on a log looking back at the castle, and Sarah tells her she's glad she got away, but Giller can't come with. And Rachel gets really upset at this, because, like, that was the whole fucking plan. She's never been alone.
I did the thing. Now I'm outside of the castle, all on my own and totally dependent on you, and you're not going to be there.
Right. And he tells her she can't even go back to her own wayward pine for this night. She has to, like, find a new one, and then tomorrow night find another new one. It's not going to be relaxing at all from this point. Yeah, you're free, but you're not really free.
And it occurred to me that in her wayward pine is where she has all of her supplies. All the stuff that she had planned ahead for, like, okay, need extra kindling for fire. I can use this to keep me dry. I can actually eat because she has berries in there too, so she can eat. And she doesn't get any of that.
Well, and it's just the only comfortable place she has, really.
Oh, yeah. That wayward pine is as close to home as I think Rachel has right now.
Right. But she doesn't get that. And at this point, Sarah tells her that Giller loves her. And then she sees a bright light, and Sarah doesn't talk anymore after that.
Yeah, I think the parallel here is pretty clear. Obviously, there's a bright light, and then Sarah stops talking.
Yeah, there's a ball of fire, too, that comes from the castle at the same time.
Right. It's all very symbolic of what happened, or at least what we assume happened because Terry doesn't say what happens.
Right.
But I think Jade and I both read it as Giller is killed.
Yeah.
And Sarah stops talking.
Yeah, because Giller was Sarah.
Yeah, right. Sarah was Giller? Giller was Sarah!
Surprise! But it is what drives Rachel to finally get the fuck moving.
Finkel is Einhorn. I'm sorry. Right, yeah, she can't hang out there anymore. She has to go. She's not getting any more help. She knows that the plan is to wait until winter.
Right.
And then go find somebody to take her in. But that does kind of depend on her survival until winter.
Well, she does one last thing on her way west. And that is chucking the key in the lake. Like a boss.
Not gonna need this anymore.
Yep. That bitch is gonna be locked in that thing for who knows how long. Bye. You know that she'll get out within a day or two, because somebody will come looking for her anyways. But it's still, like, I don't know, bittersweet.
Yeah, well, she finally gets something that she deserves.
Yeah. Everybody in the castle thinks she deserves it too, so.
Yeah. If you were the guard to find Princess Violet,
you'd probably leave her.
You would want to, right? You probably couldn't. You couldn't, because if you're like, no, fuck off, and then you waited an hour, and then you unlocked the sleeping box, she'd have your head cut off for sure.
Not if she didn't know. Like, if you just walked in there and you heard her crying in there, and then you were like...
Just slowly close the door and be like, nope, didn't see her.
Oh, I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. No, I already I searched that wing, Bill. Go try that one over there. Let's just avoid this area of the castle altogether.
So, that's our chapter for the night.
Yeah, we get to leave on a good note that Rachel made it out of the castle. Princess Violet is locked in a cage, which she should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, things are looking up. Giller died, so, I mean, that sucks.
Yeah, but the box is gone, so it's good.
That's kind of what a lot of the wizards do in this story, though. We only know of one for sure who didn't just die.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we can get back to that one last wizard here pretty soon and find out what he's doing, because I feel like we've only seen like a snippet of him for a long time.
Yeah, he's been up to some shit. Likes my Zed.
But for now, we're going to leave you guys, and if you guys have anything to say about tonight's episode, you can be sure to get at us on any of our social medias at Podcast ATT. If you are interested in helping the podcast grow, you can find us on Patreon at Podcast ATT and find super fun content there.
That's right. And also, I just wanted to throw out there that much like you guys, Jade and I will be home a lot for the next couple of weeks. So we are hopefully going to be releasing an extra episode or two.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see how these next couple weeks go for all of us.
Yeah, well, it's my plan to drink alcohol because they use that to clean hospitals. So,
yeah,
I mean,
it's sterile.
That's not true. Don't. Do not believe that. Oh, God, I would feel so bad.
Stay safe, everybody.
Yeah. That does it for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.